We're live? Yeah, we're live.
We're live?
Hey guys! We're doing something crazy. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube all at the same time. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, honestly. We wanted to do this because there's been an outpouring of support, and Shawn was so brave to share her story like she did, share our story, really. And you guys really have been great in supporting her. So we wanted to thank you guys and see if you had any questions.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we just posted a video on YouTube referring to... We found out we were pregnant about a week ago, and we also found out yesterday, 2 days ago, that we lost the pregnancy, which evidently is very normal, but it's definitely not easy to go through. It's crazy how you can find out something one day and a few days later be already so attached.
Not even a few days. Like, for me, it was 8 hours, and we were so excited.
For me, it was 4 days. But it's weird because it was so early on and it was so new, but it was devastating. I'm still sad. I'm so sad. But yeah. I know we're going to have family someday, and it won't stop us. But we wanted to thank you guys because it was very scary sharing that video with you guys. I don't feel like we've ever shared something that was so personal and so raw. But the outpouring of support and the outpouring of people who have gone through the same thing or something similar and relate really touches our hearts. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask.
And thank you all. You've all been phenomenal through this process. We can't thank you enough. Everybody says that we're in their thoughts and prayers, and there's been so many people that have come forward and shared their story and said, hey, I've been through the same thing, which, I think there's a lot of power in sharing difficulties like Shawn did. And I was really just kind of along for the ride there. But there's been a lot of tears, and it's been crazy.
I do have to say, the way I told Andrew the news a few days ago was I bought him his favorite shoes in the world are these All-Star white Converse.
Pretty
like
sweet.
High-top white Converse. And they actually made them in infant size. So I ordered them. And
they're awesome.
The only thing that I asked is I didn't want to send them back.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep them. We'll use them someday. Maybe. Really want to play. Alicia Fredericks on YouTube says, would you try again sometime? Absolutely. We want to be parents so bad. We weren't trying for this one. Just kind of happened. It was a surprise for us, but it was the best news ever. And we want to be I
How about
love
that?
it.
That's pretty awesome, huh?
Aww.
It was a good idea.
But, will we be scared again the next time we get pregnant because we're afraid we might miscarry again? Absolutely. My mom had a really hard time getting pregnant, so I didn't think it was going to be easy for me to. And I think that's why it was all the more emotional, because once I took the tests, multiple tests, 6 of them, and they told me I was pregnant, it was like elation that it was possible. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be scary every time.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to go through that again.
The craziest thing about it, we were not expecting this at all.
Yeah.
I found out 2 days ago that she was pregnant. She was acting like a sketch ball. So we had to be a part. I had to try out with the Detroit Lions, which was fun. And then directly from that, I had to go try out for the New York Giants. It was a crazy week for me. She was doing this New York press tour. She was on People. She was on Today's Show. And so...
And the entire time, I knew I was pregnant, and people were like, when are you going to start a family? I was just like, I don't know.
Right now. And then so she was dying. She had to hold this, secret, because she didn't want to tell me over the phone, which I'm really thankful for that you didn't. And so she was, trying to come to terms with it herself for 3 days. And then she was finally able to tell me Wednesday night. And, literally, after she told me, I don't even think we said a single, like, we were both in shock.
I was bawling. Andrew was just literally like...
Because it was completely unexpected. Like, we weren't trying for it at all. And then the next morning, like, less than 8 hours passed where we both knew she was pregnant. And we were, like, excited / terrified.
Yeah.
And she just started not feeling good, so we went to the doctor and then found out the news. So,
real quick, some common questions that keep popping up is what caused the miscarriage? They say it's really normal, especially early on. They said chromosomally, it probably wasn't healthy, so the body just gets rid of it. They also, a lot of people are asking what a miscarriage is. It just means that your body kind of rejects the pregnancy and you lose the pregnancy. And another common question I keep saying is how far along was I? The doctors actually thought I was 8 weeks along.
You thought you were 6 weeks.
I thought I was 6 weeks, but evidently I was a little bit further.
Which is crazy. Seriously.
Had we still had the pregnancy, which is crazy, we would have been able to hear the baby's heartbeat.
Yeah.
At 8 weeks.
Apparently you could see the heart. We went in to get her first ultrasound, which was pretty crazy. Oh, this is kind of in the video if you haven't seen it. Mm-hmm. It's in most of the links in the bios. But apparently you could start seeing the heartbeat at 6 weeks, which is crazy.
A few more questions. What made me take the pregnancy test? I was just feeling really off. I was incredibly tired, and you can probably vouch for that. I was sleeping so much.
You were sleeping hardcore.
And I was sleeping like 12 hours a night and then taking naps a day, which like is not me. I was also feeling really sick, not like morning sickness, but like I couldn't eat anything without my stomach being upset. I had headaches. I just felt bloated, and I was just, and then, another one. How am I feeling now? A lot of people ask. I feel good. It's crazy how quickly your body just goes back to feeling pretty normal. Like, I have a lot of energy again. My stomach doesn't hurt. But still sad. I had dreams all last night about, like, I don't know, not being able to have a baby, and I don't know, just crazy things. And I'm sad. I think I'll be sad for a while. Just because, like, you're on such a high, and then you hit such a low, so it's crazy. But
it's seriously been the wildest emotions I've ever experienced in my life, all within, a less than a day period. Faith, Hope, and Love just got here. She wants to be filled in. If you guys haven't seen the video, it's on Shawn's YouTube channel. It's called Pregnancy and Heartbreak. Give it a watch. Subscribe if you haven't. That seriously supports us more than you guys know, and we're thankful for that. But Shawn found out she was 8 weeks pregnant. She told me, and then less than 12 hours later, we found out that it was a miscarriage. So it's been wild. But again, all of you have been so supportive. People are asking if we want a boy or a girl.
A girl scares me. Just so emotional. I'm so emotional. I can't imagine another girl, how emotional she'll be. But I don't know. I'd be happy with either.
I kind of want a boy. I'm not gonna lie.
But
I know I would love a girl. Hey, Pedata on YouTube just sent us a super chat. Thank you very much.
We
appreciate that.
Some of the same questions, just new people jumping on. How far along was I? I was 8 weeks. I knew for 4 days before I told Andrew, because we were in separate cities and states across the country, and it's not something I wanted him to find out over the phone, especially since it was a surprise we weren't trying. But
yeah.
Someone asked if we would adopt. Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. We'll be lucky any way we can to have kids someday.
Yeah. I would love to definitely have our own child. But we're for sure open to adoption if that's necessary. I'm super excited to see what Shawn's like. I mean, I got like this little window to see what she was like as a mom, and it was the best thing ever.
It is interesting because like we said, it was a complete surprise. We weren't trying to get pregnant. It was just kind of one of these like, oh, we're pregnant. And I feel like all the girls out there can relate to like, you tried to diet sometimes. You tried to like change your lifestyle for the better in some manner. You know, follow a program, and sometimes you slip up, and sometimes you do this. But it was like, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was like OCD about like, I have to eat the perfect things. I have to take care of this baby inside of me. And
like no coffee, no. What else were you?
I had like migraines because I like immediately dropped coffee. I was like, I can't have coffee.
she drinks coffee. What? You don't even drink that much coffee. That's what's crazy. You're just like addicted to it in your mind. Are we gonna try again right away?
I don't know. We haven't really talked about
the
that
doctor
yet.
says we need to wait a little bit. Bit until like one cycle. But then we'll see. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to lie. I was not ready. Oh, Sarah Eisen just sent us a super chat. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
It's pretty cool that you guys support us like you do. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Padata from Norway. You guys are the best.
But no, we weren't ready for this.
I was less ready than you were.
I don't know, because you didn't see me the first day I found out.
Were you torn up?
I was just... It's crazy, especially when you aren't planning for it. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was in New York City working, and he was flying from Detroit to New York to another state and another city. And it was just this, like, forecast of, like, we can't even be together right now. How are we going to have a baby?
Yeah.
But
it's one thing. I mean, we have a dog, and you know, it's like logistically tough to travel, and so like I kind of bounced around the NFL, and I helped Shawn. Fortunately, we're able to travel a lot, but like it's tough to even do all that with a dog, and then you factor in like, okay, this is a kid that's dependent on you. Like you can't leave him for a second. Really, I really don't know what it entails, but I'm just like.
yeah.
I'm going based off my understanding. I have brothers that have babies, and it's just a different ballgame, you know? Yeah, it's funny. Actually, so is that video of you crying, finding out that was the first day you found out?
So I found out the first test I took, I was actually here with Andrew. I took one test. I had one test. It said I was pregnant, and I was like, this could be a fluke. I don't know. Flew to New York, and the next day I took 5 more.
5 more pregnancy tests.
Like, all different brands, and so it wasn't until I saw all 5, I was like, okay, this is real. But I think after this happened, though, it's kind of changed our perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if it happens, and we couldn't be happier. So.
Yeah. So, all that to say, are we going to try right away?
We don't know.
I don't know, but if we were, I would definitely be more prepared, having already jumped through that first initial mental shock, where you're just like, "Oh my gosh, is this about to go down?"
Yeah, I do have to say, I do remember, 2 nights before I took the first pregnancy test, we were watching a movie, and I'm not a crier, guys. I don't just cry watching a movie, I cry when I get, super overwhelmed. That's about it. And we were watching this movie, and I just started bawling.
That's so true. Yeah, you did cry.
Looking back at it, I was like, my so-and-so. He is super emotional.
What was that movie?
50-50.
50-50. Yeah, that's 50-50. Again, most of this is in the video on the YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked it out, go do it. And subscribe while you're there.
You can find it on our YouTube channel, which is Shawn Johnson Official. Or if you're on Instagram, on my Instagram story, you can just swipe up. Facebook will link it for you guys as well. We are on every channel right now live. So
yeah. Abby Becker wants to know how old we are. So I just turned 26 just over a month ago.
And I'm 25.
26 in a couple months. So do you guys have any questions for us?
We'll take a few questions, and then I'll let you guys go.
Nikki Tate says that we'll never be ready. You just have to take it one day at a time.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we felt. We were like, shoot. Like, we are not ready for this. And we're like, all right, well, I don't think we'll ever be. Like, you don't want to be 20 years down the line, never having a kid, and then, just because you never felt ready for it. So at some point, you just got to jump in.
Karen at 99 says, how do we stay so positive? We haven't always been, like, the past few days haven't always been positive. There's been a lot of tears. But
yesterday, we literally just laid around the house in kind of like this depression.
Yeah, but I feel like we know everything happens for a reason. We believe God's got a bigger plan for us, and I don't know. All we can do is be positive. Yeah. Otherwise, we just sink into a hole.
We've leaned on each other a lot to get through this. We've tried to laugh and actually distract ourselves to a certain extent. Going grocery shopping. We're going to the pumpkin patch today.
Yeah.
And you guys have helped a ton as well. Like, you guys have seriously been so supportive, right?
Absolutely.
And that's helped.
Going through those 3 days in New York without this guy, finding all this out, I kind of come to terms with it myself, but I had put on this, like, emotional armor of, like, just don't feel anything. And literally as soon as I saw him, I just started bawling. I was like, I wish you were with me.
She was shaking, and she never shakes. It was just crazy that she was like...
Someone on YouTube asked, what did my parents say? Both my parents started bawling. I'm going to get emotional again. Don't get emotional. Both my parents started bawling. They were very happy. And then they both started bawling again when they found out we lost the pregnancy. My mom went through it very late in her pregnancy, and she had a very hard time getting pregnant. So they've been through it. They know how it feels, and they just...
As a lot of you guys have, and you guys have been brave to come forward and say that you've been through it too. My parents, honestly, I was going to wait. My brother didn't tell the family that he was having a kid until, like, what was Katie, like 12 weeks along?
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, apparently, since there are a lot of miscarriages that happen, you do try to wait longer to tell people so that, like, the expectations don't get skyrocketed. So I hadn't even really told my parents, but then once the whole miscarriage thing happened, and we knew we wanted to share it with you guys, like, I called them, and my mom was super supportive. I don't think she ever had a miscarriage. So, did you tell your parents or Andrew first? Corey Emery asked.
Oh, guys. So this was really hard for me. I actually told my parents first, only because, I know. Only because I wasn't with Andrew. And I wasn't going to see him for another 3 days, potentially a week. And I was freaking out so much that I felt like I could tell my parents over the phone, but I could not tell my husband. I don't think that's news that I should tell him over the phone. I wanted to be with him and be able to support each other. So I was talking to my mom a lot, just trying to, like, get a lot of the initial information and, you know, have someone to at least coddle me a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. And she was really nice and obviously supportive of you when you told her the tough news too. People are asking if we want to put them in gymnastics and football. I don't know. Football's tough, man. It's tough with all this new studies coming out. Did you see?
So is gymnastics?
Yeah, that's true. We'll see, I guess. If they want to be, I guess, is the answer. If they want to be a gymnast.
Yeah. It is funny. Chow, my coach, she's always kind of hassling me and Andrew, and he's always like, when are you going to have babies? Bring me your babies.
Was that your Asian accent?
That was my Asian accent. But how many more questions? We'll do 5 more questions, and then
a lot of people on YouTube want to know if we're going to tell it Bertales. I was talking to Billy yesterday, but I never broke the news to him. So we will tell them. I actually am going to see him next week. He's coming in, so we will tell them. We haven't seen them in a while, though.
We haven't. It's been forever.
A lot of people are sharing how many miscarriages they have had on Facebook. Thank you guys for being brave enough to do that. Seriously, it's amazing to hear the stories that come out. That's why I'm so proud of Shawn for... She wanted to share the story. Like, a lot of the times on YouTube and with these videos, like, I'm saying, Shawn, this is so cool. We need to share it with the world. But this one, she was like, you know what? I want to tell people. Because I think there's a lot of people that go through this and you don't really talk about it. Sarah Eisen just sent another super chat. Thank you. Anytime or any plans to come to Indiana soon? Would love to meet you both. You're my favorite YouTubers, and I always support you guys. Sarah, I think I'll be there sooner than Shawn will be, but at some point during the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, we always go to Indiana. That's where I grew up. Shawn's from Des Moines, Iowa. So yes, thank you, Sarah.
A lot of people keep asking, how did Nastia react? Like any best friend would, she called me and said, she's actually not in Los Angeles right now, she's traveling, but she said that she loves me and she's here for me if we need anything. I mean, the usual friend stuff.
Yeah.
What would we do if we had twins?
I'd be pumped. I would actually love twins. You don't want twins?
No.
Think about 2 baby Andrews and
Think about me trying to carry 2 babies. I would fall over.
That would be crazy.
Okay.
1 baby's going to be a lot. Sorry, we got to go.
2 more questions, and then we got to go. Ouch. I will say that we did share this story, and it is the most vulnerable and kind of raw look into our lives. And we will keep you guys updated. We will kind of do more videos following along this journey. And you guys will know the next time we are going to have a baby.
Yes. We'll document it. This is like fun for us to be able to document all this stuff and share it with you guys. Because you guys are all so supportive.
Yes.
Padata just sent us another super chat. Thank you for the support. Thank you. You think we're awesome, and we're thankful for that. You guys are really awesome. Crystal Keith says concussions in football are dangerous. Yes, I agree. Okay, guys. I don't know if that was 5 questions.
Yes.
Did we ask how many kids we want? Shawn grew up a single child. I grew up a family of 5.
Yeah.
This will be the last question.
I don't think I want 5 kids. I would say 2 or 3.
I think I grew up in a family of 5, so I always thought that like more kids would be awesome. But now, I don't know. If we had 5 kids, that'd be amazing. If we had 1 kid, that would be equally amazing.
I'm thinking like 1 on each hip, like 1 on my hip, 1 on your hip, not 1 on like
one
each
on
hip.
Left
no,
hip, 1 on
no,
right
no,
hip,
no.
1 on your
1
left
for
hip.
each of us to carry.
Yeah.
But we would be lucky to have any child that is healthy.
Yeah.
Or not. I mean, we'll take anything. But we love you guys.
Yeah. Hey, if you haven't seen the video yet, it is on Shawn's channel. We're kind of releasing clips of it on other social media channels, but the main one's on the YouTube channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, that really is a really awesome way to support us, and we're so thankful when you do that. Thanks again on YouTube to Sarah Eisen and Padata. You guys sent those super chats, and it's great.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough. We will let you know what's next.
Peace.
See you later.